Today, I'm gonna give you 10 of the best entry-level jobs that require no experience, and the salaries are ranging from 50, 60, and 70 plus thousand a year. The first one, if you like great benefits, the ability to see the world, competitive pay, become a flight attendant. Yes, flight attendants are paid $61,000 a year, and on-the-job training is provided to you. In terms of the experience that's needed, high school diploma or its equivalent, and then again, you are gonna have that on-the-job training. Now, I know that I said the average salary was $61,000 a year, but the top 25% performers are making $77,000 a year and more. So how do you become a flight attendant? Well, it helps if you have some customer service experience. In addition to great customer service, airlines prefer people who have hotel or resort experience, but if you don't have that experience, if you have great customer service and you're courteous and polite, then you will definitely stand out to be a flight attendant. If you're here for the first time, my name is Skye, welcome, and I provide content to help you improve your financial well-being. Now, in addition to your on-the-job training, you may be required to take a physical examination test because as a flight attendant, you're going to be kneeling down, you're going to be lifting heavy items like luggage and placing it in the overhead bins. And if you're thinking, well, if I'm a flight attendant, then I'm stuck as a flight attendant. I can't have any upward mobility in terms of my career. Well, no, because flight attendants have the opportunity to have supervisory roles as well as recruiting and training roles. Number 2. Have you ever been to an event and the music was just sounded so good, or the speakers, their mic was on point, right? Well, that has something to do with a sound engineer. This is a great job that you can take on if you don't have any experience, and it pays well considering that you don't really need experience to have this job. So what is a sound engineer? A sound engineer is someone who checks on the audio performance. They're testing out the audio performance before the speaker comes onto the stage, before an artist comes onto the stage to perform. They're testing things out. So how do you become a sound engineering technician? Well, you can have on-the-job training, or another thing is you can get a post-secondary award or a certificate, something that's not a degree, but it's a certificate. If you want to become a sound engineering technician, get an internship or volunteer at your church and put that on your resume that you helped set up the audio system. And it doesn't have to be a church, it can be any organization that needs some sound equipment testing, someone to set up their sound and their lighting. Put that on your resume, whether it's an internship or whether it's volunteer work. And here's the thing, the average salary for a sound engineering technician is $60,000 to $79,000 per year. Number 3, if you're looking for something to place on your resume to get you into the finance industry, to get you into the business operations or an analyst position, become a finance clerk. The experience level needed for a finance clerk is a high school diploma or the equivalent. So what is a financial clerk? Well, essentially you're doing administrative work, but related to finance and record keeping. So you're keeping track of transactions and of different bills for a particular company. You may be processing invoices or keeping up and tracking those invoices. You can use this role that requires little to no experience to get your foot in the door in the finance industry because you are working with finance, you are developing your financial fluency and literacy through this job. Financial clerks on average get paid $20 an hour. Now, this next role is very popular because it allows for job flexibility, you can work from home, and you can have multiple clients. And that is a virtual assistant. You do not have to have all of this experience to be a virtual assistant, because what you're doing is you're taking care of different tasks for a company or for a business owner. Maybe you're answering emails, answering phone calls. A lot of it could be clerical work that you're doing, and the average salary for a virtual assistant is $20 an hour. But then again, remember that you can have multiple clients and you're charging all of those clients $20 an hour or whatever your fee is, but that is just the average. Imagine having multiple clients and they're all paying you your rate. That adds up over time as a virtual assistant. Next up, number 5. If you want to get into business, if you want to get into finance, become a tax preparer. You don't need any experience and it pays $20 an hour. All you need is a high school diploma or the equivalent, and you will receive on-the-job training. And plus, it gives you insights into the finance world or the accounting world, which is going to look great on your resume if you want to go into that industry at some point in the future. Now, of course, in these roles, you are going to be busy during a certain time of the year, during tax season. Look out for these jobs at some of your big tax firms like H&R Block and Jackson Hewitt. And I know they may say seasonal work, but get in there seasonally, do a good job, make a name for yourself so that you can become full-time. Ultimately, with a job like this, you will learn so many valuable skills about the industry, which is going to prepare you for your career in the future. All right, next up is number 6, and it's another job that gives you that on-the-job training and does not require a college degree, and that is an insurance sales agent. Now, this is a sales-based role, so if you like sales, if you like commission-based work, this is something to look into, as the average salary is $24 an hour. But then again, it also depends on how you work it because it is sales. So essentially, your pay could range from anywhere from $30,000 a year all the way up to $125,000 a year as an insurance sales agent. Number 7. Now, this is a job that allows you to help other people and put a smile on their faces and just have joy in their heart for themselves as well as their family, and that is a hearing aid specialist. I don't think I would have thought about a job like this, but yes, we need hearing aid specialists, and it's a job that requires no experience and it pays pretty well also. The average salary is between $59,000 and $76,000 per year for a hearing aid specialist. So what are you doing as a hearing aid specialist? Well, you're evaluating their hearing and you're performing different tests. You're doing the test and the evaluation to figure out what is the best fit for the client based on their hearing as well as based on their lifestyle. This is a very rewarding job because studies have shown that people with hearing loss, they tend to isolate themselves from other people. So you would be able to bring that back and allow them to spend time with their loved ones, to spend time with family and friends, and to be more social and to be more confident overall. Now, how do you become a hearing aid specialist? Well, there are 2 different ways. One, you can get a degree in hearing instrument fitting, or number 2, you can get on-the-job training as well as take some courses through the Institute of Hearing Society. So a combination of on-the-job training as well as those courses that you will take will help you to meet those state licensing requirements. Once you meet those requirements, you can practice as a hearing aid specialist. Number 8 is going to be a public relations associate, and this job actually pays $29 an hour. In terms of the experience, it's going to be communication skills as well as a bachelor's degree for this role. I know most of the roles do not require a degree, but for this one, it does usually require a bachelor's degree. But still, this is an entry-level position that is paying $29 an hour. I know there are people out there that have degrees that aren't really using the degree, or you have a position or a job in a role that isn't paying enough for the lifestyle that you want to live. This is the opportunity to say, okay, I have that degree, I can get a position like this and get paid $29 an hour. Not only is this paying a good amount of money, but it's going to give you the experience so that you can continue to grow in your career and further increase your income. This is something that's going to look good on your resume. Most jobs are looking for someone with strong verbal and written communication skills, and that's what this job provides. And if you think about it on a salary basis, it's about $61,000 a year. The next position that does not require any experience is going to be an electrician. Yes, something that's in the trade world, which we don't see a lot of people having trades nowadays, but they actually pay good money. The average salary for an electrician is $60,000 to $77,000 per year. I think that's pretty good to not have experience. Well, how do you become an electrician? To be an electrician, you will have to go through an apprenticeship. So that's a combination of classroom learning as well as on-the-job training. And that's gonna range between 4 to 5 years, but it'll give you the information and the tools that you need to make that salary going up to $77,000 a year on average. When you're looking at electrician programs to enter, you do not need a college degree to get into these programs. It's only required to have a high school diploma or its equivalent. You learn all of the electrical work and coding through your apprenticeship. Now, electricians definitely do need a license to practice, so definitely be familiar with the licensing requirements for your particular state or city. Number 10 is also going to be an on-the-job training job, but it is going to be more of a physical job. And the salary is $36,000 a year as a construction worker. But the thing to keep in mind here is that it offers room to move up. You can move up into a supervisory role, and since you're getting on-the-job training, they'll teach you everything that you need to know right there on the job. And again, that salary is $36,000 a year. I understand that some may not want to do the physically demanding jobs, but this is just an option for those that did want something that was a little bit more physical based. And if you only wanted to do it for a couple of years and transition into something else, mainly one of the positions that I talked about earlier in the video, then absolutely you could do that. And with that, thank you all for watching. Pass this video on to other people that are looking for a job that don't have any experience. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video.